Oh, we're live. Hello and welcome back. Or welcome for the first time. I'm going to change the title. Maybe we'll get the attention of people who may have not come across my videos yet. Our wonderful world here in the void. It takes a minute to load. But I wanted to do a pretty short video. Walk through pretty much everything I've done as if you have never seen anything. If you are returning, or a few people that are watching, just a few. I do appreciate you. But if you're new around, yeah, let's check it out. Well, eventually, it takes a minute. It takes a few minutes. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to record in this world as far as me playing. I got about 30-40 minutes before it starts to lag a bit, and the frame rate, it's still semi-playable, but I wouldn't want to watch it, so I don't think I'm going to broadcast it. I did look up RAM. It's about $200. I have a little bit more than that saved. I also have the wife's birthday coming, so it's going to be expensive. Hey, back, please hush. It can't be a video without me telling you to quit chirping in the background. Anyway, I do have that, and it's going to be a major expense. She's turning 30 and is super excited about it and wants a big thing. And when we don't have like friends to throw a party, or she has very expensive tastes. I don't know why, but long story short, that is obligated. But RAM, I am going to get. I'll see if that cleans it up. If that cleans up the frame rates, then I will continue to do the long streams. Looks like it's dark as hell in here. It's so bright. But anyway, I am experiencing areas that are really laggy, and I got a lot going on. I don't blame it. I'm not upset about it, but it's the quality of viewing is just isn't there. So, not that I'd hold the highest standards, and I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of it. A little bit annoyed with it. Becca sore. Yeah. Looks like it's almost done though. So pretty much what I've done for the most part is get some walls down, start to wall things up. I'm hoping that having the walls up will stop it from having to process graphically all the machines doing their thing, so that possibly it lightens the load on the RAM, but I doubt it. That's not how it works. But it is a step in the direction I need to go. It needs to be a bunch of rooms and not a big open thing. Lots of blocks need placed. Luckily there's some pretty cool tools that help me get a good bit of it done quickly, or quicker than block by block placing. And here we go. Where am I at? Alright. Give her a second to load in. Should be a little bit better than that. It's pretty choppy. Lots of chop there. I don't know if it's going to get much better than that. See, it's soup. I don't. Alright, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. We are on the level that I placed a bunch of the production. Goes for the auto crafting. This has been here for a while now, but I did put walls up. Walled it up. I also found these wire covers. Work pretty good. Hide the cabling. I wish I had known about that when I started doing all this. I would have ran all the cables differently. But anyway. Oh, it's really choppy. I might have needed to restart the system. Over here we have a bunch of these machines working tirelessly. Materials. I have all the ore in the world, but I need to process it. It's taking forever. Beside the squeezers, we have these running. They all have the fortune, destructor, and constructor. They all have the fortune 3 upgrades, which is as high as it goes. So you get these 3 upgrades, and if not, you'll take the loss. It's doing me no good sitting in an ore farm. This is all just processing that. This was set up to process silicone. Hasn't been running this bad. I probably should have restarted the computer before I did this. Got a snowman in a room. I was trying to set up some sort of auto collecting to get the snow, but I had enough snow to make peace. Prosperity seed. Let's try to go upstairs. Wow, it's really bad. Really, really bad. It wasn't this bad the last time I played, so. This level is all the same. It's latex gathering. Super chop, super chop, super chop. Alright, down here we got the storage drawers. I took them all the way to the ceiling. This is not the main storage. This was meant to be more visual, so that I could see all the things that I've made and put all the items for each mod together. Encase this in honey on the outside. Honeycomb. Bees doing what bees do. There are now only 4 ways in and out. We've got the elevator and stairs here, which goes one up and down. Oh. And access that way, and access that way. And that's it. I guess it doesn't count as one. All of these are the same, but they have been turned into rooms now. Each one of the areas, enchanting and the things. I took this up. This is mostly, this is a mix. Inferium, diamonds, lapis. I may have some squid in there too. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just mostly diamonds, inferium, and lapis. I was running low on that and went a little bit nuts, and now I have way too much. We got our squeezers constantly working away at the ores. Constantly grinding away at the ore. Our botany room. Well, Britannia room, my bad. I don't like that mod. I did finish my blood magic room. We are in the complete as far as design goes. Pools of blood everywhere. Got our crystal section. Oh, some blood from all the slain enemies. The farm. So every time I walk over, I get a huge chunk of experience. I did put 3 hoppers down. One of them still has the show area thing on. But I did put 3 of the hoppers from the mod area hoppers to try to collect all the crap, because every time I walk over here I get a pocket full of this stuff. It's ready to go, ready to do whatever I need to do. Got it leveled up, got it filling with blood automatically, and recycling that off to fill this up. The jumbo tank stays full. Got a little access here that I haven't closed off yet for my void miner. That is just chugging away. And of course that. There's nothing up there of any kind of value at the moment. that is the blood magic area. I did do some seed reprocessing down here, kind of hidden out of the way. Next to this, I have a lot of seeds that need to be ground down. And it goes pretty quickly with the upgrades. You know, the most exciting event over here, I think that's changed recently, is these two. Infinite fluid and infinite storage. So as soon as I can get these drained of all their items, which it's supposed to be doing, very, very slowly, so it'll probably never happen, these are gone. Echosaur? You want to go to your room? Then hush. Auto crafters doing auto crafting things. There's only like, I don't know, I think I got 6 or 7 of them actually running. The rest are just sitting there waiting for things to be done. And these are hooked up to the system to do the processing. These are hooked up to the system to do the processing. And these are more that are just chugging away at processing the things that we got going. These are all the same. We've got 6 level 4 apiaries with an assortment of bees that I will eventually go through and change to get the ones I need and the ones I don't, because there are the Kobe right here turns into its honeycomb can be transformed into kind of neat, but I have a farm down here which is doing pretty good, so I don't really need them. It's more of a demand processing type thing. My centrifuges have, I got 2 of them upgraded. I did have 4 here, but they get elite. Now we are rocking the tier 5, which is somewhat ridiculous in the amount of processing. It's times 4. Times 4 output for each of the things. Yeah, these are running pretty much non-stop. I'm not keeping up, so I need to create more. But the amount of gold, and emeralds, and diamonds that these things cost to build is kind of ridiculous, and the auto crafter is having trouble with them. I have to do it by tier. Can't just queue up. Anyway, I can't just queue them up and grab them out. I gotta do it by, or at least the master controller itself. I have to do it by level, one at a time, which isn't too hard. Over here we have some major power production, but I have not, it's not on. Create something like 1.7 million, whatever the standard measurement for this redstone power is. Got a reactor. I changed it around. It was a square. Got more of a long rectangle. It gets really hot, ridiculously hot. It's got starlight in there now for coolant, and it's not really, I think Altamodium did just as good. I don't see much of a difference. Switching to starlight. And then a giant turbine. This creates so much power. Completely useless though. I don't need any of that kind of power. Got the farm, which is definitely a source of lag. These are all being auto farmed, auto milked, and auto fed. And these guys right here are collecting all the stuff from these animals as if they were being slayed, but not. I may have to kill all of them. I don't have any need. We got plenty of raw. We got plenty of raw. Plenty. You can see the ore that I'm trying to get through. I mean, I am crunching through this, and I got 4.2 million, and it's going up, not down. Like, you'll see it tick down, and then it'll tick back up. But 4 million, same with gold, same with diamonds, we're in the millions. And this shit is just stacking. I can't process it fast enough. That's a good chunk of the lag that I'm experiencing now, is all the processing machines trying to get through it all, or at least get through enough to use it. And then below here we have this standard farm, feeding. It's all the standard Minecraft foods: carrots, potatoes, beets, wheat. They are both filling my holds with food and creating all this mana, or source, I believe it's called source with this mod, which is what is powering these little guys down here. I would attempt to say what they are called, but I'm not even gonna. Like dwarf pygmies or something like that. I don't know. There's our basic machines that we're not really using. This is mostly just to recycle. Well, I needed it to progress in a few things. Go sit down. My son wants to give me shit. Anyway. This was mostly to progress for the star. And I've already got the things out of it. So now, pretty much the only thing this can do is process the allmodium, vibranium, and what's the other one? Unobtainium armors. Melt them down in ingots. Because I don't need like 12 different sets of armor just sitting around, and then 12 more. This is my little box to create the compact steel, which I probably won't need, but I left it there just in case. I think we've pretty much finished that. This is the top of the refinery that no longer exists. We moved it. We need to finish moving it. I didn't even realize it was still here. This is where, or not refinery, but our Tinker's, yeah, Tinker's setup area, more processing. I did find that enchanted hammers work, like their enchantments. They have efficiency and fortune, I think. Mostly efficiency, I think, is what I used. Got indestructible on those. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, because I can enchant them and then strip the enchantments, strip the enchant, and then out of those enchantments, feed them into the machine, the box that does that, and get the best out of them, but it still takes time. There's my tinker set up. We are empty, but it is very large. How in the hell do I have blood in there already? Stuff has been spawning in here. That's nice. None of that's really piped up yet. The lava's piped up. I do have the soul lava going in here, or going into the bottom one. These pretty much are inaccessible. I mean, they can use them, or this can use it, but I can't refill it, because that would take, oh no, I can. That's what this is right here. My bad. Scratch everything I just said. That's a soul lava going in. There's a pipe down there. I don't think I have it piped in. Yeah, because this should be empty. This is tied in directly. This will be, since it's not now, tied directly into the system. And as I have overflow or molten things that I do not need, I can pour them in here and it goes directly into liquid storage. And the casting things. All the things are here. I don't know that I want to use it for anything, but I wanted a nice big smeltery. And this is to add spawners. You can add spawners here, turn them on, hide, and like blaze blood, and there's a few other things. Enderman, I can melt Enderman down. A handful of things I can use this for recipes. Again, I probably won't use them, but they're there. That's all walled off. We got the XP shower, which I'm probably going to replace all of these blocks with XP blocks. I didn't know they were a thing. Now that I do, I'll make this all XP blocks and see if I can hide these wires a little better. But even this running, all of these faucets running, it doesn't, I mean, I'm level 3000 right now, so it doesn't really go up very fast. This is to empty the infinity backpack, or any of the backpacks. Just toss it down and feed it directly into the system. Turn off the magnet. It's the only way I found that really works well, to empty it out once it's full. Let's see, outside we have... Town's coming together a little bit. Their farm actually keeps growing up because I had all this. This was my Pam's farm, but as you can see, this whole strip, that was the villagers, the farmers. I do have active villagers running through, which may also be causing a lag. Everything's causing a lag. There's so much shit. We're working our way towards making this look like a village. I haven't done too much work over here. We did our potion crafting area. Somewhat auto crafting potions. This potion machine is a little bit finicky on how it needs to be done. So it kind of works. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't work. I have to set it up and then I can mass produce. And then I have to change it to mass produce more on this eventually filled potions. They shouldn't actually be stored here, but they might be. Yeah, it looks like they are being stored in there. Again, this is just for looks. The rest of it should be in the main system. Got our fortress, which has been pretty much a temporary shelter while I'm trying to get villager trades for some of the mods to save time, energy, and effort. I haven't really done much with the inside of this yet. There's not a whole lot of room. Okay, let's go over here first. This is mostly going to be, houses and utility buildings. We have our chapel here, which is a chapel. Nothing major to see there. With the graveyard. Nothing too major to see there. Some more village huts. I went with the basic Minecraft, or vanilla Minecraft villager houses, or similar 5x5 with a 3x3 on the inside. Gives them room for a bed and a workbench, and that's pretty much all they need. There's a little wooded area, and over here we will have a beekeeper, a beehive. I did put bees in it, but I'm sure they're all floating down by the void right now. Because I don't see them buzzing around, and I don't see the beekeeper either. He may have fell off the edge. Villagers aren't very intelligent. We've got our refinery over here. Somewhat proud of that. She's a beaut. We've got our stacks and our tanks. None of these buildings are pipe in or do anything. They're all aesthetic. I don't really need this for anything. Anything that I'm doing. I may eventually plug it in and use all of them, but I'm not doing it. This is our napalm setup. It is auto-crafted. Somewhat complicated here, but basically I tell it I need a bucket of gasoline and some aluminum dust. It throws it all in this chest, and then the gasoline bucket gets sent down here, emptied into here. Once it's a liquid and not a bucket, it gets fed into the mixer. The aluminum dust is fed directly into the mixer. It does its processing, and when it's done, it spits out the liquid, which gets put into here and gets absorbed into the system. Wait, no. Now it gets in here and then put in a bucket. The bucket from this process is sent into here to fill up the napalm. So we will use the bucket. We do have extra buckets in there just for shifting vehicles. But that will clog it up if it gets any extra. But as soon as this fills a bucket, the bucket that's in here will get sent here. And if there's any buckets built up, they all be on hold. And as this produces, it will take out of there. This is the acid setup. Excuse me. Which is probably halted now because of this. Yeah. We got hydrogen right here. This is the only storage. It is the ultimate pipe, so it holds a bunch. But it is, at this point, faulted. So it has nowhere to go. This machine's still working. I don't know how though. The pipes. Seems to be going somewhere. Or just destroying them. Reserves sulfur. This is the refinery, which is chugging along. I don't have any crude oil. I was going to the other with my other bag that has 2 tank systems set up and picking up the crude oil there. If you didn't know, there is crude oil pools all over the other you can pick up and bring home and process. I did just recently find out that you can survey the areas with a core sampler and find out if there is any kind of liquids underneath, and then build a pump jack and suck that up from the ground. But as it goes now, I have everything I need, and I have extra, plenty of extra, so these machines don't really need to do anything. They're just sitting here idle for the most part. This is my, oh jeez, are you stuck in there? Stupid rogers. Anyway, plastic. This is my plastic setup. On-demand plastic. I believe that all of these machines here. Yeah, I hear no hissing. They are using all of the pressure. All the pressure I'm feeding into the system, so it's not growing, so I won't have any explosions. So the compressors. I can upgrade this now that I have the plastic going. I can upgrade these to use RF instead of coal, which I should probably do soon. Once I start breaking these tubes. If these tubes aren't connected to another tube or machine, they will just spill out to the air because they're a pain in the ass like that. If I were to add another tube here, it would just sit here, it would start just spilling out the pressure. Because, pain in the ass. But there's the refinery. The refinery's set up. The top level, I believe, is still open for me to make. I'm going to make fissile fuel here, I think. This is the area I'm going to use to create the fissile fuel. So we need one of those because I need the nuclear waste. The pellets, that's one thing that I'm just holding them back right now. I'm completing all the mods still on. But that's the town. Oh, we didn't look at the library. Take a quick look at the library. What you go back out. Taking a break, a little smoke break. Did you just shut the door? Fucking librarian. What are you doing up here, Gollum? But yeah, it's a library. You can come in, pick up a book, sit down and read it, do some research projects, make inappropriate videos on the internet, whatever it is you're doing. This is access for a downstairs that I haven't built yet, which will be a computer room. There, shut the door for you. Jerk. But anyway, that's pretty much the town. I gotta build houses, lots of houses. There's the stables, that's pretty much incomplete. I do have my hippogriff there. Stables will be a market area, lots more houses, a few more production areas. Fun. This will be more of a tabled area, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I have to look up fortresses and how their space is used. But we got the side pulpits, I believe they're called. Could be wrong. That I haven't accessed that I can use for the tiniest bit more. Bee farms up here. This is more temporary than anything else. This was the farm for the dragon bee eggs, lava bee eggs, and Allomadium. There are a few other bees that I will use, that I get from transmorphing, or whatever it's called, for the honey blocks, or other blocks, using the dragons, and the Which one's in here? Wither? Yeah, wither bees. And lightweight villager setup. I will make an entire area dedicated to this. All of the jobs in triplicate or quadruplicate to get all the trades. So that with emeralds I can get most of what I can get through trades and not have to craft it for special occasions. Yeah, we tied that guy down. I don't know where. I think the trader spawned up in the clouds and this guy fell and survived. So he lives up here now. Some armor stands, nothing major. Of course I threw down to be used later. So the sets on this one. I think that's compressed steel. Hardened, or that's obsidian. Lapis, I believe. Anyway, up we go. I've done a bit of work on this one. This is the Astral Sorcery mod for the most part. It's up here. Crystal growing farm set up. What is this? It's one of the altars. It's to align things to a certain cluster, certain constellation. Here's the main altar. I believe that's leveled up to max. Not entirely sure what this thing does, but it will be moved into its own cloud eventually. This is my starlight farm. This I tried to get it to autofill this and it just didn't work. So now I just have this jug here I can pull from and refill the pools to do the things you do here. And they're all feeding off of these, which is out of shards. That's what this area is for. Build up the rock crystal. Need to replace this chest. But anyway, throw the rock crystal down, break it. This sucks up the stones, feeds them into here, which drains them into stardust or starlight, liquid starlight. This is our tree farm. Oh look, we got another trader with one of his dudes hanging out the side. What do you got here, buddy? Always like to trade these. 90% of the time they just have crap that I don't need, but every once in a while they'll have 1 or 2 items that are otherwise unobtained. The blue orchid, I think I have some of these. I'd like to snatch up a handful of them. Not doing it now though. But anyway, this is a tree farm. It makes trees. It makes woods and saplings. It feeds the saplings back into the machine. Here it is. Feeds the saplings back into the machine so that it should never run out, but some of these are looking pretty low. I think that should have more than one in it. I'm pretty sure I put half a stack in each one of these. So if it's at 32, it's working. If it's not, then, well, if they have a sapling in it, it's working. I feed it all into the same ender chest I'm feeding. This is all that void miner. Just ridiculous. I can't keep up with all that. But I don't want to not have it. What happened? Did he fall off the edge? No. Well, congratulations. I'm gonna leave it. That's the clouds. They're not done. But it's pretty inconspicuous from down here at the bottom. It looks like clouds. Kinda. I guess I put them real close together, didn't I? For that to not look... Anyway. Let's see, what else do we have to look at? Got our area set up here. With our blood berries. I don't remember what they're called, but the blood magic berries. This is all leftover, remnants of leftovers. Got a little floating island here that produces pretty much nothing. Just cows, sheep, wolves, pigs, horses, donkeys. All here to replenish my supplies if I need them. There are sheep too, but the wolves eat the sheep almost instantly, so I have to sit over here and babysit to get it. I do have delightful dirt under there to keep the stock going. We have somewhere So I'm on the other side. Decided to try to get some relief to the system, some relief from the lag, and since I have to keep it chunk loaded to keep it part of the network, I don't think it helped any. But we have a little farm over here. This little guy I need to work on because it's not quite growing fast enough. But this is a diamond farm, just a diamond farm. That's all that's there is diamonds. Diamond essence. Apologies. But that's all just trying to bolster the amount. I can turn diamond essence into diamonds, or emerald essence into emeralds with an auto crafter, and it takes a few seconds to get multiple stacks. But for the ore, to smash the ore, if I use the smasher, it turns it into, or the squeezer, it turns it into dust, and then I have to energize that dust. I was not by anything that should have hurt me. Something got me. Oh. We got our waterfall. See him looking for me. Got a waterfall here that will eventually be multi-tiered waterfall and then lead into a tank. An aquarium. We'll have the sea, since I am in a sea biome, or ocean biome. We'll have dolphins that don't commit suicide, and all kinds of life. This is a two-part slime spawn here, so I have these plants which eat the slime and turn it into mana. Fill these mana pools, and then with these mana pools I can replenish my tablet, or fill a tablet and go fill up a machine up, or one of the things up there to do whatever it is I need to do. But we got lightning, I think this is fire, and yeah, fire and ice forges, dragon forges. I don't have them running because they ran through the stacks that I had, which was a couple thousand stacks of a couple thousand. They ran through it. I think that's all the alloy I'll need. So they're resting to conserve frames. Try to conserve frames. This is still here. This is the feed my my magic user that I don't need anymore. It's a remnant from first starting it. Not touched it. It's a dark room with some spawners, skeletons, zombies, and there's something else in here. I don't remember what the third spawner was. Maybe spiders? Not entirely sure. I don't see anything but spiders and zombies in there. This is still here and still of much use. This is the lava generation room. We generate lava and feed it into the magmic dynamos, which feed power. This was my first power system. Well, this is the third iteration, the third rebuild of the power generation. But this bad boy got me through past mid-game. This setup. It's a set and forget setup. It's constantly making lava through the gens and the heaters. The superheating coil, I believe is what that's called. But this just passively goes, does its thing. I don't have to touch it. And we have extra lava if I need any lava for any reason. At this point now, it's just unnecessary, and it's not really doing much as far as power production. I don't really need it anymore. We had solar panels up in the clouds. I didn't point them out, but they are there. So, yeah. But this was going to be the bottom of the island, and then dragons and dragon forges. Yeah, so I built this pretty early on once I decided I was doing the island. So, this is my fishing, I believe. Yeah, this is the fishing setup. Stuff from the fishing setup that no longer in here. I had the fishing nets, but filling it with worms is annoying, so I stopped doing it because there's, I mean, I guess I could, no, I'm not entirely sure how well, I could put importers down the side of this and then use the cable cover-ups to make it look like blocks. And keep the water in there. I could use these, plug this into the system, feed it with crap, have plenty of food to feed it with to create worms, and then pipe the worms out and autofill them in there. But these machines right here, the marine fisher, doesn't need anything but power, and it constantly produces the same thing. Fish, fishing rods, all the things you would get from fishing. Every once in a while, an enchantment. There's the short list. The enchantments get absorbed into the system pretty much instantly, but this was the first iteration of needing fish and getting fish. This is the sifter setup. Let's see what do we got here. This does soul sand generation, which gets crushed. We got endstone being crushed and sifted, netherrack crushed and sifted. One of these is, I think this is cobblestone. Crushed cobblestone, crushed sand, and then dust, I think is what we're doing here. And each of them are being heavy sifted to get all the things out. We got these to compact the block. Instead of having a complicated setup, this will auto compact it and feed it into the sifters. One of these isn't a heavy sifter. I think it's this guy right here. No, it's a heavy sift. How did I get... One of these I couldn't pipe out the shit fast enough. Like, it just kept spilling all over the ground, causing a bunch of lag. I don't remember what I did to solve that, but it did get solved somehow. This is my speed farm. Speed essence farm. This grows it really fast, ridiculously fast. Each one of these is set with a limited range, or well, I can't see it. I think it does a 3 or a 5 or a 6x6 area around it, but it does the range. It goes up pretty tall, like 15, 20, 30 blocks, something like that. And each one of these is helping the one above it also, to the point where I don't have any of these enchanted, and this is still running pretty hard. We got the nether stars and the dragon shells essence, the dragon essence, whatever it is. That's doing me for everything I need. I got a bunch of heads and a bunch of eggs just chilling, so it's doing its job. I brought the walls out a bit more. Under here we have, just doing my mahoy, mahau, or maho, whatever it is. We got these all in paper so that I can pick them up, and turn them off and pick them up. Move them if I need to. This is the 4th time I've laid down this system. This system is also set up with a, I believe it's a ritual of sacrifice. I could be wrong there. But it takes any kills in its area and uses the blood for it to fill my altar. So I'm getting a 2-fer here. I'm getting the blood in my altar. Well, 3-fer, I guess. Getting the experience constantly spilling in, the essence, the Imperium that's constantly being farmed. It's not getting the emerald drops from the villagers, but that's fine, I guess. But we got the villager spawner in there. It's constantly spawning them out. It's killing the villagers, filling my blood altar, filling my blood magic, and refilling my health and my hunger. So there's this is super valuable. It's just perfect. It all works together. This keeps me from dying. This keeps me from having to eat. This just does everything I need. Keeps the magic tied off. If I used it for anything else, it would be great. I can also jump in there with my sword, my Morgan, which I hardly ever even pull out anymore, because nothing's really... There's the Morgan, we're at 17,000 damage. We have it enchanted. The only other enchantment I want on there, which I can do now, I have enough experience, is, I forget what it's called, Morphle or something like that. It's the last enchantment I need. Everything else is maxed, I believe. If it's not, then oh well. At this point, this sword is ridiculous and nothing can really stand in its way. Still can't one-phase the Gaia Guardian version 2 or version 1, but I think that's because I don't have the Morph Ball in there. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt me, and it doesn't take long to kill it. And the song's pretty cool, so it's good to listen to. Which brings me here, which is pretty much in-game for this mod. The setup's pretty easy. I've got this windmill, which gives it all the kinetic energy it needs. Just in case I do have the furnace-driven one here, which produces a bunch, but it's unnecessary, so we're not using it. Hold on, Beck. Yeah, I hear you. You're hungry. Okay, I'll feed you, and you'll tell me you don't want to eat it. But I know Beckasaur. We're getting there. Okay, that's the first time you said, but I'm hungry. Let's see what we got. Here's what we got made so far. Rune of Sins, Massive Wills. This is all Gaia Guardian drops, or they need to be combined with Gaia Guardian drops. Dimensional Seed is done. Creative Essence is done. Dragon Souls is easy. Wither Compass and the Philosopher's Fuel. What we are missing is pretty much crafting stuff that I haven't done yet. I need to advance through. This is cake. This is cake. This one, this mod right here, I believe I need to just craft it. Okay. That wasn't the one. There's something in there. This one and this one are the two that I need to work on, or three. Oblivion Shard. Yeah, the Oblivion Shard. This right here, the Irident Star, which I am now set up. I can do this now. Recently, well, I have to align to that, or do it while that star's up, but we can do that now. So it looks like we're just mostly waiting on crafting. I gotta advance through a mod. I gotta get the Fizzle Fuel. That's the last step. Fizzle Fuel in the nuclear reactor to get the pellets to make one of the components of the two things that I need to make to produce the star. I don't know what I'm going to use the star on yet. I don't know if I'm going to break it into pieces and use the shards for things or what. So I'm not really in need of anything. There were a few things that seemed pretty cool that I could use it for, but I don't know that it's necessary. I think that's pretty much it. I think that's the tour. That's pretty much everything I had to show. I could have gone into a little bit more depth, but that's where we're at. Give a quick look at our supplies. So, Lapis is no longer a worry. No ores are of worry. Diamonds and emeralds, and I am using these emeralds and diamonds. And the gold. That's what's holding me back at the moment for making more centrifuges. But we're not hurting for anything. Everything's being produced en masse. I have these black lotuses for days. I don't even need to farm for the mana for the botany. I just fill up my tank with these. Still not be able to use them all. But we got most of the things. Vegetables, ores, supplies, bits and pieces, pretty much everything. Petals for days. I did set that up on an auto crafter. Auto crafting setup, and well, I won't hurt for dyes at all. I have dyes for days, thousands and thousands of dyes for whatever I might need. I've got the auto crafter set up to make most of everything I need. I don't really need to do a whole lot of hand crafting either. As you can see just stuff for days, like everything. Got another star count, and that's just growing. That's just growing. Anything I don't have a large amount of, I can get pretty easily, or I can set up a quick little setup to bolster it. But yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. We're getting close to end game, and it's good. Like I said, I do have some RAM in my shopping cart that I'm going to order here very soon. I always have to wait when I'm planning to spend multiple hundreds of dollars. I always wait a while and really think about it, because a couple $100 is a lot of money for me. It takes many weeks to make that. Many weeks of working to make that, because it all gets siphoned away from me through government and exes, children. I don't even know what they sound like, what they look like anymore. I could see them on a daily basis and would not recognize them. That's for another day. Whole nother video there. Yeah. So what do you think? Let me know. Am I doing anything wrong? See anything that could be improved? Got any tips or tricks? Need any tips or tricks? I can also help that way. If you got any questions, got anything you want to say about the setup, let me know. I will be updating RAM soon. Gotta place the order and wait for it, then install it. And assuming all of that works out and I don't order the wrong kind, we'll double the RAM. Oh, hi wife. I'm about done with the video. I'm doing the outro now, so. Anyway. All goes well and I double the RAM, I should be able to alleviate this lag and I will finish up. If not, I'll do off-cam work and update videos. And when it's all complete, I'll do maybe a slideshow type thing or a clip show and make something maybe worth watching, maybe. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and until next